Hello friends, today's story is I Love My Haircut by NATASHA Anastasia Tarpley and illustrated by E.B. Lewis. Let's get started, friends. Every morning, Daddy wakes me up with our secret knock. I excitedly jump out of bed. I can hardly wait. I'm going to get my first haircut at the barber shop today. Daddy and I head outside. We stop at Jack's sweet shop. Daddy orders a glazed donut and a chocolate milk for me. Daddy tells Mr. J I'm getting my first haircut. This calls for a celebration. I'll make your milk a double. Mr. J pours chocolate milk into a tall cup. Be brave, little man, he says as he hands it to me. We eat as we walk. Up ahead, I see Seymour's barbershop. Next to the door is a short white barber's pole. And there's Mr. Seymour in the window, dusting off his big, shiny chair. Mr. Seymour has been Daddy's barber since Daddy was a kid like me. Now he'll be my barber too. Inside, the shop is crowded. First haircut? One of the men asks me. I nod yes. Nothing to it, he says. Just gotta be brave. All these people are telling me to be brave, but I don't know exactly what they mean. What does brave mean, Daddy? I ask. It just means that you're not afraid, Daddy says. When we sit down, I practice being brave. As Daddy and I wait our turn, I look around the barbershop. One man has long, thick dreadlocks. When he leans back in his chair, his locks almost touch the floor. The next man is getting his hair cut low all around. The clippers make smooth waves that ripple through his hair. In the last chair, there's a kid, a little older than me, getting his big, curly afro trim. But none of the styles I see look like me. Mr. Seymour points towards Daddy and me and calls my name. Me? You go first, Miles, Daddy says. Be brave, little man. I can hear my heartbeat in my ears and my knees feel wobbly. Mr. Seymour helps me up. The chair is so high. Then he drapes a big, wide cape over me. What style would you like for your first haircut, little man? Mrs. Seymour asked. I shrug my shoulders. I don't know. Mr. Seymour shows me a poster hanging on the wall with pictures of all kinds of different styles, but I still don't see any that look like me. I take one more look around the shop, and when I see Daddy, I know which style I want. Cut low on top and shaved clean all around, just like his. Mr. Seymour takes out his pick. He picks my hair until it is fluffy and stands up high. Then with scissors, he begins to cut my hair just like my mama used to do at home. But when he turns the clippers on, my hearts begin to beat fast. Bum, 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 bum. Will the clippers hurt? What if Mr. Seymour accidentally cuts off my ear? The loud buzzing noise is coming closer. I get so scared I duck down low as I can go in the chair and throw the cape over my head. I peek out when Mrs. Seymour turns the clippers off. Daddy is beside me. I try to be brave, but I don't know how, I say with tears in my eyes. You know, I was scared when I got my first haircut, Daddy says, and wipes my tears away. But I'll tell you a trick. Pretend that you're a giant, so tall your head touches the sky. The buzzing of the clippers is just the airplane zooming by. Try it. I promise you won't be frightened anymore. So I close my eyes. I remember watching Daddy get his hair cut. The way he sits up tall, I think about how brave Daddy is, and I get brave too. When Mr. Seymour turns the clippers back on, I imagine that I have Daddy's long legs and wide shoulders. I sit up straight like Daddy, and when Mr. Seymour is through, there is a brand new me staring back from the mirror. Daddy takes his seat in Mrs. Seymour's chair, and when Mrs. Seymour asks him how he wants his hair, Daddy says that he wants a haircut just like mine. Daddy wants to look just like me. And what a sweet story. Until next time, friends, but don't forget to like and subscribe. Happy reading, friends.